I'd like to officially introduce myself to you. My name is Derrick Hayes, and I met Coach Moore through my church a few years ago. You know, sometimes in life, just like you have a teammate, you really don't know if you can trust them. You really don't know if you can say certain things to them. So like with Coach Moore, the filling out process. He didn't know who I was. I didn't know who he was, A lot of times in life, you get underestimated. People look at you like, this brother really don't know anything. People give you that look, or it's either you don't know anything or they can't trust you, Because in life, you could be someone up here, and you get someone down here, your inside of your information, they could take it and put a bad word out on you, or make you look bad, or smear your name. And that's just reality. So once we sat down and broke bread, we got to know each other. Then we realized we had a lot more in common than we had than differences. So that's how we established our relationship. So whenever I'm doing something in the community or I'm doing something statewide, international, I call on Coach Moore and say, hey, what's going on with you? Would you like to be a part of what I'm doing? So he always gives back to me through T-shirts, camps, send kids to camp, and I help get his name out there in a positive light. So it's like, a team effort. I'm going to help you, you help me. So that's why I'm here today, to give back. One thing I asked Coach Moore, I said, Coach, give me one word that describes what your team is going through right now. And the word you see is right here on the paper. What's the word? Survive. This is what it's all about. This doesn't just represent you all, this also represents me. As you see, my kids are with me. My son's 11. My daughter's 14. But 10 years ago, my daughter was 4, my son was 1. Me and their mother separated and divorced. It's a true story. But it's all about what? If I wanted to survive that situation, I wanted to survive that divorce, I wouldn't be standing here before you and have my kids with me. And that's the truth, because it was a time when I was homeless for a little while. I slept on the floor for over a year in my friend's apartment. But what? It's about survival. It's not what happened to me. It's not what happens to you. It's how you react to what happens to you. You're 11 and 12. But you're going to let that be your life? You're going to let that rest on your tombstone at the end of the season? Is that what you're going to say? All right, we're 11 and 12, we gave up? Y'all better than that. I talk to Coach Moore all the time. I hear the story. I read the news clipping. You got celebrities in here. You got all-stars in here. You got international folk in here. This is the best of the best. But it's all about coming together. It's all about survival. And when I laid on that floor 10 years ago, I wrote a book. Matter of fact, I brought a copy of it with me. I wrote a book, but guess what? I could read, but my comprehension wasn't that well. All my life, all I did was athletics. Ran the football, shot the ball, hit the bat, baseball, football. Every season I was in a sport. That's all I knew. That's why I never stressed my kids about athletics. If they want to do athletics, they do it on their own. I stress the academics because it's all about what? Survival. So when I was on that floor, I had time to think. I had time to recollect on my life. And I started to see things I never saw before. In the Bible, I saw the word woe. I looked up the word woe in the dictionary, and woe said it was a trial or a tribulation. A woe to one you might be a loss. A woe to someone else might be a loss of a loved one. So I seen that light, and the word woe stood for word of encouragement. So I say, before you leave here today, before you go to sleep tonight, give someone a woe, which means give them a word of encouragement. I looked in the word look. Inside the word look is the word okay. Because my mother was dying of cancer. And she said, son, don't worry about how things look, because everything's going to be all right. I looked inside the word life. Inside the word life is the word if. If you don't try, who's to say you will succeed? Life does one thing to you. It takes you through something only to make you what? Do something. So then I started to see things in words, and I started to present ideas and information through words, basic concepts. So when I asked Coach, I said, Coach, give me one word that best describes your season. He gave me survive.